So Marvel has been on a firing streak recently. That's a good thing, right? That means maybe Marvel will improve, right? Well, no, perhaps not. Perhaps not. So before I actually start, I want to mention that I have now a Twitter account. It's IC Abyss with only one S because why the hell not? Anyways, if you feel like giving me a follow there, I think we can build a really good community there. Now on to this video. Marvel Phase 4 has been a huge massive pile of dung. You've had so many stinkers in this Phase 4 like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Black Widow, Thor Love and Thunder, and the queen of all stinkers, She-Hulk, whose director says that she won because she got paid for making a god-awful show. She definitely won. I mean, she trolled the hell out of us by making a really bad show that is going to damage her reputation for the rest of her life. So yeah, she definitely won. Speaking of directors, does Marvel not have a history of hiring directors that absolutely hate the source material? I'm looking at you, Taika Waititi. Except for Spider-Man No Way Home, almost all Marvel projects in Phase 4 have been mild to massive stinkers. Now that Phase 4 has been completed, Phase 5 seems to be even more bleaker than Phase 4. Now that Marvel is done with Phase 4, it has to face the poor performance of this collection of Phase 4. And well, Phase 4 has not been massively successful in business terms. The next step is finding the fall guy, making the heads roll. And well, Disney has been doing exactly that by firing Victoria Alonso and Isaac. Well, it's not a big secret that one of the reasons that Marvel Phase 4 has been so abysmal is because of the politics steroid that Disney has been pushing into Phase 4. And Victoria Alonso is a champion of those very steroids. Now that there is a big drama around her that she's going to sue Marvel for firing her, I don't want to talk about that. Like, that's besides the point that I'm trying to make here. I want to talk about people thinking that whether it's the right move, and well, on the surface, it does seem right. If the aggressive presence of politics was the problem in Marvel Phase 4, then would firing her not solve the problem? Perhaps not. That's why I'm here, pessimistic as usual. Because I think it might make Disney insecure about their movies. Give me a chance to explain. But we have seen the same thing happen to another unfortunate cinematic universe. Now, I'm not talking about the Universal Stark universe that never happened. I'm talking about DC's cinematic universe. In my opinion, the reason why DC's universe failed is because the big execs upstairs had some expectations seeing Marvel movies make billions of dollars. And who better to carry those billion-dollar expectations? Well, who better than our emo boy, Zack Snyder? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Zack Snyder, but I will admit that he did had a vision for a DC universe, and I will say that I was definitely curious to see where that would go. But I think the box office for Batman vs Superman and Justice League was perhaps too disappointing for the big boys upstairs, and they lost faith in Zack Snyder. Poor boy. They kept changing their vision, they kept changing directors, kept making films with different vibes. You have a really moody Zack Snyder movies, then you have action adventure style movie of Aquaman, then you have absolutely childlike humor of Shazam and Wonder Woman, but you also have really dark themed movies like the Joker and the Batman for some reason that don't really fit in their overall universe. The point that I'm making is that this whole mess happened because the big boys upstairs were losing faith in the movies. They needed their movies to be big, and when they fell slightly short of those expectations, it was time to change the plans. I think that this firing thing that has started in Marvel might be an indication of those big boys upstairs losing faith. And when they lose faith, big changes happen, and not necessarily for the better. Now, Marvel has changed the release dates of so many of their projects, so to presumably work on them and make them better, but to me it just feels like development hell. kind of like a chicken running without a head. That's what I think where Marvel could be heading, but I don't think things could be that bad. I think I'd be concerned when Kevin Feige himself gets fired. Yeah, I mean, that day would either mean it's gonna be great for Marvel or it's gonna be hell itself. But I'm definitely curious to see how Marvel will revamp its strategy and how the movies will look like from now on. I really am curious because I'm hoping to see some improvement. I hope I do because I think Marvel has noticed the need for a little change, and that might make things better or worse. It remains to be seen, to be honest. Anyways, I can't help but be a little pessimistic sometimes. So that's my prediction for Marvel and its future. But let me know how you think Marvel will be like in the future. What are your predictions? And as always, it's time for a goodbye.